everyone, and welcome back to The Explainer. So, tell me, have you ever felt that strange, just undeniable chemistry with someone, even if you were, literally just talking about the weather? Well, today, we are bringing some serious energy to a completely fascinating topic. We're going to dive deep, and I mean deep, into the subconscious mind to decode the secret, totally silent signals of true attraction.
And this quote right here, it perfectly sets the mysterious tone for our journey today. Words are what we want people to know. Body language is what we try to hide. Think about that. Our bodies speak this incredible biological language that is literally thousands of years older than spoken words. By the end of this explainer, you are going to be able to clearly spot the difference between just a polite, passing compliment and that deep, genuine admiration that a person simply cannot fake.
Okay, here's our roadmap for today. We've got 1. The cluster rule in body language. 2. The language of eyes that doesn't lie. 3. The compass of feet and personal space. 4. The mirror phenomenon and movement harmony. 5. Removing barriers and touch tests. And finally, 6. The true smile and final message. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. The cluster rule in body language. The golden rule of nonverbal cues.
Now listen, before we start zooming in on specific body parts, we absolutely have to establish our main ground rule. The primary methodology here is called the cluster. Basically, it's a synchronized group of physical signals that build on top of each other. And I really want to stress this heavily, guys. We can never, ever judge someone's true intentions based on just one single physical cue. I mean, if someone scratches their nose, they probably just have an itchy nose, right?
Instead, think of these biological clues exactly like a giant puzzle. First, you observe that initial cue. Then, you look around for synchronized signals. And finally, you combine them. We need to see all these pieces actually snap together to accurately translate what the body is broadcasting in total silence.
All right, moving to Section 2, the language of eyes that doesn't lie, the direct window to the brain.
So let's look directly at the face. The eye is so fascinating because in psychology, it's considered the only organ directly connected to the brain without any intermediaries. It's a completely transparent window. Take the biological reaction of pupil dilation, for instance. Have you ever noticed someone's pupils just widen when they look at someone they really admire? The brain literally expands the pupil because it's desperately trying to absorb and take in as much of that attractive person's image as possible. It's this pure, uncontrollable biological reaction that absolutely 100% cannot be faked.
And then we have the subconscious triangle gaze. A person who is genuinely attracted to you, they won't just stare at you blankly. Their eyes actually take this unconscious little visual journey. They start at your right eye, move over to your left eye, drop down to your mouth or chin, and then dart right back up to your eyes. This dynamic, wandering visual path is a massive, totally uncontrollable indicator of attraction.
Which brilliantly illustrates the difference between genuine interest and just plain discomfort. Look, we've all experienced a creepy fixed stare, right? Yeah, that's usually a major red flag, but rapid blinking, that tells an entirely different story. Rapid blinking is actually the body frantically trying to manage a sudden rush of adrenaline and positive tension. It's this beautiful kind of nervous confusion that the body betrays, no matter how cool or collected the person is trying to act.
Let's shift gears. Section 3, the compass of feet and personal space, following the heart's true direction.
Okay, this specific cue, it's a major secret, heavily relied upon by intelligence experts and professional behavioral analysts. The rule here is incredibly simple, but so profound. The feet point precisely where the heart wants to go. Picture this micro-narrative for a second. You're at a party, in a group setting, someone is talking and their upper body is angled entirely toward the group. Polite, right? But look down. Are their toes pointing directly at one specific person across the room? Yep. Their upper body is playing nice, but their feet are totally betraying their true focus.
And that naturally leads us to the actual space between those feet, 45 to 50. These numbers represent the centimeters of our invisible personal space bubble. You know what I mean? We all have this invisible shield wrapped around us.
So the crucial point here is what happens to that bubble. When someone gradually shrinks that 45-centimeter distance, say they lean their body in closer during a conversation and it doesn't cause you any annoyance, they are physically acting out their attraction. They are quite literally trying to erase the physical distance between you two. And let me tell you, that is a massive green flag.
Section 4, the mirror phenomenon and movement harmony, the interactive dynamics of attraction.
The science behind this next one is just incredible. We have these things called mirror neurons in our brains. These are cells that literally cause us to subconsciously mimic the person we're drawn to. The subconscious mind basically adopts the other person's physical identity to silently broadcast a crystal clear message. Hey, look, we are exactly alike, and we are on the exact same wavelength.
Seriously, think about it. Can you recall a time you were on a date, you took a casual sip of your coffee, and a split second later the other person miraculously took a sip of theirs? Or you touched your cheek, and they did the exact same thing. And it goes way beyond movement, too. It extends to matching your speaking pace or even the tone of your voice. When you see this kind of harmony, it proves the other person is completely, 100% immersed in the conversation with you.
Section 5. Removing barriers and touch tests. Opening the path to closeness. Now we're looking at how humans use their physical environment and just everyday objects to test boundaries. When we feel uncomfortable, we subconsciously build walls. We use common everyday shields, right? Like handbags placed on our laps, hugging a throw pillow on the couch, or holding a coffee cup squarely in front of our chest with both hands. But in the world of body language, sliding that coffee cup to the side or putting that handbag on the floor is a profound, incredibly open invitation. It visually and physically clears the path for connection. And once those barriers are gone, you might start noticing what we call the fleeting touch. This is a point of contact that seems, completely accidental. It's brushing an imaginary piece of lint off your sleeve, or maybe just a quick light tap on the shoulder while you're both laughing at a joke.
Well, let me tell you, these are rarely accidents. In psychology, these are actually subconscious touch tests. The body is using these tiny little interactions to safely measure your acceptance of physical closeness. They are literally testing the waters to see if you pull away or lean in before they dare to take a bigger step. It's fascinating.
Finally, Section 6. The true smile and final message. Bringing the puzzle pieces together.
The most undeniable indicator of all of this is the Dushan smile. Now, this isn't just your standard polite curving of the lips. No way. A Dushan smile lights up the entire face. It pushes the cheeks up, it reaches all the way to the eyes, and it creates those small, beautiful wrinkles, the crow's feet right around them. If you see this smile and suddenly notice that the person is subtly fixing their clothes or maybe straightening their posture the moment you walk into the room, oh yeah, their body is absolutely shouting its interest.
So, genuine interest is really found in these tiny, completely honest details. Treat this entire breakdown as your brand new decoder ring. At your next social gathering, try this. Don't just listen to the words. Look down. Watch where the feet are pointing. Look for that triangle gaze. Notice who is shrinking the personal space.
Want to leave you with this final challenge. The truth is always right there in front of you. So, will you finally start noticing these silent signals in your own daily life? Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. Coming up next time, we're going to be deciphering body language in the workplace, which is honestly a whole different kind of survival guide. Until then, keep observing and as always, stay curious.